All right, Coach, we are pleased as always to be bringing you coverage of the National Football League on EA Sports. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the New York Jets and the Houston Texans. And we are underway from NRG Stadium in Houston. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line.
Watch the run, watch the run. Shit.
A first carry now for Kareem Hunt. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
A nice run here early on. It doesn't take a great play caller to realize you want to establish a guy of his caliber who runs like this early because they will pay dividends as the game progresses.
They'll operate from the 32-yard line here, 2nd and 3. They'll run with Hunt on 2nd down. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of a yard, and it leads to a 3rd down.
Nice play right there to stop him behind the line, but I want to see how this defense continues to play him here in the first half.
Yeah, we know. You know better than I. He has the ability to take over a game, so what do you do?
Yeah, I think you have to make sure that you bottle him in at varying levels, because if you crowd everyone to the line of scrimmage, if he breaks through, it's nothing but room to run.
Slam.
Back to throw, Watson. And it's complete. Henry. And that's going to be another first down as the tackle made at the Jets' 43.
They've got good playmakers on the offensive side of the ball. I don't know what happened last week to really hurt their performance and hold down their production, but I would dare say that this week in practice, there's a lot of talk about how they're going to increase their proficiency.
And that was a good start getting the playmakers involved. You mentioned that to me pregame. That's what they did there.
Yeah, I think a lot of people think the coaching staff really gets on them, and that's how they motivate them. Most of these guys are self-motivated. They have a lot of pride in their performance.
Good work after the catch, going to net them 23 and a first. They're piecing together a nice drive to start this one. Seems pretty scripted and pretty successful so far.
And I think they did it without our help. Because you remember when we sat in the production meeting with them to talk about this, and hey, how you guys going to come out of the gate? I know I offered my help with a few plays, and they didn't seem to want it.
I didn't offer mine.
You were the smart one. Whatever they're doing, though, it's working really well.
If there was one area that the coach emphasized in our pregame meeting, it was red zone offense.
In a sense I got from it, and I think you did as well, they weren't real happy with how they were executing previously, so they put a lot of time and effort into it because getting points is paramount. Doesn't matter what you do otherwise, don't leave the red zone without putting points on the board.
5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down.
Well, they're unable to convert that into much, but it's never a bad idea to try to get the ball into a tight end of his caliber's hands and see what kind of disruption he can cause.
2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on first down. Out of the gun, they run it with Hunt. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. A 5-yard gain there makes it 1st and goal. They've taken this opening kickoff and marched it right down the field defensively. Not much resistance.
And that's the point, because my admiration is for the guys moving the ball right now. They know what they're doing. Their plan is working. But I flip it over and watch and say, okay, what are you going to do to change things up? Because if you don't, they're going to put that ball in the end zone real soon.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And only about a yard there as he takes it from the 9 to the 8. Defensively, pretty good start there with their backs against the wall.
That's a win for the stop troops right there. And if I'm them, I get a little bolder now. They won the first battle. Keep coming after them. Put the pressure on them.
Here's 2nd and goal, operating from the 8-yard line. Watson now to throw. Stepping up, and it's a touchdown. Deshaun Watson with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Texans take it all the way down the field and score on the opening drive. Building confidence after a loss, that's a good way to do it. The loss last game, but first drive here in this one, cashing it in for 6.
Yeah, they can talk all they want about putting a loss behind them. I think that drive there did more than any conversation they had, don't you think?
That's exactly right. Puts that to bed. And this is what they said all week long. A lot of things they needed to do differently. Whatever they said appears to have worked.
Let's go. 60 or. It's out time, guys. It's out time.
They'll run on first down. Whitehead. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. First play of the drive, a success, 19 yards. He was solid last week, over 100 yards in their victory on the ground. They want to get that going again.
Absolutely. What they also understand is that from week to week, it's not necessarily the same, but they want it to be, right? What they saw last week on the ground, they want to see in this game as well.
Back to throw. Hawkins. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's second down. So he can't hang on, and as I watch that unfold, I remembered an expression that I've heard, maybe from you, I don't know, but you're going to get hit anyways, might as well hold on to the ball.
Well, you know a coach said that, right?
Yeah.
Not an actual player. No chance at all. Way easier said than done.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. Blitz coming, and down he goes. Carl Lawson in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year.
2 sacks last week, another one right here. He's been unblockable lately, and I think that goes all the way back to not just his offseason, but the film study he's been doing during the week, because I think he's found matchups that he likes, and he's capitalizing.
And a few times he's even defeated double teams. He doesn't care at this point. And he's going to go down again. Bilal Nichols. He's the one to get him this time, and back-to-back sacks brings up 4th down.
Brandon, what I remember most about playing with guys who knew how to rush the passer, they would just tell you, just cover people for me, just long enough for me to get there. And that's exactly what happened on that play.
At their own 14-yard line.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And coming up on their 2nd drive of the game, had the touchdown last time out. Now they have the football back. Chance to and a loose football. And it's scooped up by the Jets. And some room to maneuver. And he takes it to the house. It's a fumble recovery for a Jet touchdown. Even the great ones, some of the best, they're not immune to the fumble, and here it really hurts them.
If the ball gets away from any runner's body, that's when the defense pokes at it, swipes at it, swats at it, and finds a way to create a big play for themselves.
Extra point right down the middle, and we are tied at 7. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. And let's just say they're going to be looking to start over on this drive. A few moments ago, they were in the exact situation, but their first play led to a fumble that was returned for 6.
Yeah, you definitely have to have a short memory to play in the NFL. You got to remember what you did wrong so you don't repeat it. But you can't dwell on it, because then you will repeat it, and that's what you don't want to do. On any explosive run, you can almost feel the ground shaking, and that's from the offensive linemen creating space for their runners. I had an old coach tell me before, they always told his runners, run around the offensive line in pregame. Get used to the ground shaking so you don't trip and fall when it happens in a game.
Still a few inches short of a first down as they come up now on 2nd down. Now it's Hunt. And this carry not as productive. He's swallowed up at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play, and now they're faced with a 3rd and 1.
No gain on the play. Brings up 3rd and 1.
And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game.
Pick it up. Motion, motion, motion.
They'll try to run for the first down with Hunt. And Hunt is not going to get there. No gain on the play there. A nice job defensively. And it likely forces a punt situation on 4th. The Texans send the punter out as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. This is away, but boy, headed straight for the sidelines. And this one will not be returnable as it sails out of bounds.
First and 10 at their own 27-yard line.
Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. The crowd may be losing just a little bit of the edge after back-to-back punts.
They want some big plays. They want to see some offense. They want to see somebody break away, whether it's through the air or on the ground. Now it'll be interesting to see where the patience is on both sides. Each head coach, can you hang in there and not try and force something that could put your team in some jeopardy?
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. Here's a carry for the fullback. This is Andy Janovich. And he'll be upended at the 33 following a gain of 3. And guess what? It brings up 3rd down.
And it's 3rd down.
And this will probably be the last play of the quarter. From the gun on 3rd down, Hawkins. And that will be incomplete. They couldn't hook up on what's going to be the final play of this first quarter. The Jets with the football here to start the second quarter, but likely not for long as they're in punt formation to kick it away. And no return here. Where will they spot it? They say just outside the 20-yard line.
At their own 22-yard line.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And they're coming off a 3-and-out, my friend.
I think they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't gone before. Time to shake things up a little bit to try and get this offense moving.
Okay, so how do you do that? How do you shake things up?
You look at what you've called before, realize it hasn't worked
Go to
so
something
well,
else.
and maybe try and find one of those special plays from one of your better players, and maybe try and hit something big and get things going in the excitement area.
So after the incompletion, 2nd and 10 from the 22. Throwing again is Watson. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Jamal Adams on the safety blitz, too fast to handle.
Brandon, if I'm an offensive coordinator and I see an all-out rush like that, I file it away because I'm going to use their aggressiveness against them as this game goes on. I'm going to hit them with a screen soon.
Following the sack, it's now 3rd and long for Watson and the Texans. 3rd and long, it's Watson. And an alley to run. And they're able to bring him down at the 20. Decent gain on the scramble to 6, but now it's 4th. The Texans send the punter out as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. He'll get off a fairly short kick here as this is toward the sideline. And the punt goes out of bounds. Where will they put it? They'll put it just inside the 45-yard line. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. They've had it twice. They've punted twice. Not the start they were hoping for.
Not at all, and let's face it, every facility we visit, everyone talks about converting on 3rd down, how big that is. In this situation, they've had to punt it away twice, so they're furiously going over things on the sidelines. What do we need to do to pick up a 1st down and change our momentum?
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10.
Recon, 132 fighter.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And he'll get this up past the 45 to the 47. Call it a gain of 4, and it'll leave him with a 3rd down and 6 to go.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half, maybe not so much in the second.
He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 36. And they take possession of the football and have it at the 36-yard line.
Well, that's a drive killer right there. Not a really confident throw either. This one was kind of up for grabs, and it's going to come down the hands of the wrong team.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
Don't be scared of it. Watch the edge.
They'll start with Hunt on the ground. And getting this just shy of midfield, they'll spot it at the 49. A fresh set of downs on a gain of 13 there for the Texans.
Tremendous blocking by the interior of the offensive line. They didn't just gash him there. They blasted a gaping hole for him to gallop through. I think if he comes back to the huddle, he better be giving them a whole lot of credit and thanking them for that much space to rumble.
Watch the screen, watch the screen.
On 1st down, it's Watson. Open man is QT, complete. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. That's good for a Texan 1st down, a 12-yard pickup.
That looked like a pretty good route combination there because you've got to find a way to clear the guy running the drag because when you do, you just put the ball on him and then let him run.
Yeah, he's got some space. Watson on 1st down. Buying time to his left. Looking left sideline, incomplete.
Had the right idea there, trying to throw it to the sideline, but he led him just a little bit too much, trying to get it out to his receiver. Ends up falling to the ground, incomplete.
So line of scrimmage, still the 39 on 2nd and 10. Watson going to throw again. Looking left sideline, it's complete. That one covers 24 yards. It's a 1st down.
1st and 10 at the 15-yard line.
What is that? 19! Mike is 59. Mike to 59. Let's go, D! Let's go!
On 1st down, they'll run with Hunt.
Check out the
And they get to him quickly here as he's stopped right around the 13. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8. This defense against the run, by the way, they're not top 5, but they are top 10.
So what's your philosophy here? Do you try and run the ball against a team that's pretty good against the run? What if you're a pretty good running team? If so, you might want to go ahead and run it anyway because that's your strength.
This is Hunt. And he'll be taken down here at about the 11. Call it a gain of a couple, and that's going to leave him with a 3rd and about 5.
Well, so many times we look at a short run and we praise the offense for trying to set the tempo and establish things, but the defensive guys, hey, they just won the battle there. It wasn't a big run given up. They don't always have to absorb the body blows. Sometimes they dish them out themselves.
From the gun on 3rd, Watson. Back of the end zone. Could he get his feet down? No, it's incomplete.
That's a good job there creating the contact to force the incompletion. And now, since it's 4th down, that should set up a field goal situation.
And a nice sigh of relief defensively to be able to hold them to 3. The kick by Fairbairn is good. And they take the lead here now at 10-7. So they put together a good little drive there, but ultimately stalling out in the red zone.
Yeah, I know a lot of people look at it as a little bit of a negative. They didn't get 6 points out of it, right? Didn't get the touchdown. But that's actually okay. They got 3 points, able to give their defense a little bit of rest, let them settle down over there. So all in all, to me, that's a good drive.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And incomplete. An excellent play downfield. Should have been picked off, really. But 2nd down instead.
Well, nearly another interception there. That would have been 2 drives in a row with a pick. He's got to start taking care of the ball way better than what we're seeing.
Interestingly, that throw was probably worse than the one he threw the interception on last drive, but fell incomplete. Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. That's complete to Taywan Taylor. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. That'll go as a pickup of 32 on the catch and run. So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. Operating from the gun, Hawkins. On the catch, it's Crowder. And he's dropped right at the 40. Gain of 3. The completion good for 3, and it's 2nd down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. Looking to throw. Hawkins. This one caught by Crowder. And he's going to be taken down with another 1st down as the stop's made at the Texans' 30.
Nice catch right there. Brings to mind the sentence, when in doubt, find your veterans.
He used to laugh back in the day when they would call guys like him crafty veterans. You get up in your 30s, you're still playing receiver, but you're around that long at that position, you're doing something right.
Just remember this. When he was young, he thought the crafty veteran was simply a guy who couldn't run anymore. Now he understands a little bit better.
At the Texans' 23-yard line.
8 yards the gain on that last run. Here's 2nd and a couple.
Watch the shot. X3, 218, chopper.
The Jets are going to use the first of their timeouts. So as they take it over, we step aside.
Set, 50, plant.
On 2nd down, Whitehead, and he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. It'll be a loss of a yard, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down.
And it's 3rd down.
Now the Texans will burn the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. Seventh play of the drive now as they come up on a 3rd and 3. And to give this time to the tailback. And he will have the 1st down across the 20 to the 19-yard line. And 5 yards on the play there as the drive will continue. On 1st down, Whitehead. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. Now the Jets going to use the 2nd of their 3 timeouts as the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go here in the first half. Maybe just a slight detour on what's been a strong drive. Here's 2nd and 11. 2nd and 11. Now a clash of bodies here, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 17. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half. That's now his 2nd interception in as many weeks from his linebacker position.
And think about all the different techniques he has to employ in a passing situation. Is he spot dropping because it's zone? Is he picking up man-to-man? Is he having to run with a running back or a tight end? In any event, great eyes, head on a swivel, and excellent hands.
Yeah, versatility and showing those hands. Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete. An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Off of play action, it's Watson. He's going to walk one deep left side here. And that is incomplete. 2 seconds left on the clock.
Brings up third down and 10.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And he'll only get this to the 17, well shy of what he needed. So we've hit halftime, just a field goal separating these two teams at the break. As we send you on over to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman in our EA Sports Halftime Report. Take it away, Coach. It's the Texans in front, and they're going to get the football first as we are back underway in the 3rd quarter. And he's able to get it across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down at the 21-yard line. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. They're down here, but very much in this game. What's the tonality of a coach's talk when a game is within striking distance like that? And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off at the 47. Then they take possession 2 yards away from midfield at the 48-yard line. First possession of the 3rd quarter, an interception, so maybe a second-half tone setter.
Indeed, and not the tone they wanted to set. That's the equivalent of running out the wrong door and running into your pool instead of running out onto the field. A real dud for that one.
Does that happen to you? And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. Touchdown, Houston. Kareem Hunt. His 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Texans turn that interception into a touchdown. Fairbairn good with the extra point. And his guys will take a 10-point lead. So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. Now a hit and a loose football.
Let's just call that play exactly what it is. Needed, because they wanted to get back in the game, and they knocked the ball free, and now they have a chance to do exactly that.
They got the chance. Now they have to take advantage.
Come on, set.
Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. They trail by 10, 17-7 as they come up on a 1st and 10. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Bernardrick McKinney muscled his way in for the sack. You know, despite the scoreline, I think they've got to like where they are here. They're on the road and just one big play away from getting right back in this game.
I'm going to follow right along with you because the spot they're in now is a credit to their defense. They've kept them in it by making the plays that they've made, and that just means you're one big score away from being right back there.
Now the question is, can this offense step up and make that play? Because that's been an issue for them in this game. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. From the gun, Hawkins. Well, the 2 men come together, and it's incomplete. Excellent work defensively, brings up 4th down.
And we're into the 2nd half now, and this is an offense that continues to struggle to sustain a drive.
Looks like they're just totally out of sync, whether they're running the ball, passing the ball like we saw there. I don't know. The rhythm seems off. Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. It's a 5-yard gain, but they'll still be a yard short here with 3rd down now looming.
3rd quarter and you've got the lead. You're not ready to go into that 4-minute offense to close the game out, but a running game can really benefit your team right now.
Watson to throw on 3rd and 1. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And they've got it well across midfield down to the 40 before it's all said and done. That one goes for 24 yards.
And when you're playing a quarterback with some experience and some moxie, You enter the danger zone when you decide to blitz him, because if he's able to diagnose as he did on that play, he can hurt you downfield.
He reads defenses so well, doesn't he?
He really does, and the best part about that play for him, I don't think that was his primary target.
I don't think so either.
I think he had the read, figured out where the blitz was coming from, and went to a secondary target for a really nice gain.
2nd and 10 at the 39-yard line.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. Watson, off play action. Escaping the pressure right. He's going to take off with it. Oh, the ball is out. Watson lost it, but this will get out of bounds, so possession will stay the same. Deshaun Watson, so multi-dimensional, able to scramble for the first. On first down, Watson steps away to his left. And finally down he goes as they work it inside the 10 to the 7. And a nice gain of 21 yards. A shotgun snap for Watson. And he's going to dump this off to his running back, Hunt. And he'll take this one in for a Texans touchdown. Kareem Hunt with his 2nd touchdown of the game, 4th of the year. And the Texans push further out in front. Extra point by Fairbairn, up and good. And that'll make this a 3-score game now. The lead moves to 17. So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away. Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means they're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Well, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. He'll have a first down past the 40. And he takes it all the way up to the 47. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains.
Partner, if you want more carries, I think we saw how you get them. Showed that he's got the fresh legs, and he picked up the first down on that run. Don't just ask for them. Show them that you're supposed to get the football.
They'll run on first down. Whitehead making the play defensively, Carl Lawson.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, this big defensive lineman will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Hawkins. Throw left side complete. It's Farmer. The reception good for 7. It's 3rd down.
A 7-yard gain on the play. And it's 3rd down.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down.
My 7. Ready?
Operating from the gun. Hawkins throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. And they pick up the first down there with a gain of 4. Got to say, I was a little surprised to see him, Charles, come out in the shotgun on 3rd and less than a yard.
Yeah, but the way the NFL is nowadays, we hardly ever see anyone really run for it on short yardage. So they're going to throw the football more times than not. That was a nice, easy rhythm throw right there, and they pick up the first down.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Here's 2nd and 8. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off at the 22. And they are going to take over right there at the 22-yard line. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And now you've got the clock winding down here in the 3rd quarter. Your 3 scores to the good. What's your... And he's into the clear. 30, 20. And DP goes into Jets territory before being taken down. A big play there on the catch and run. 69 yards. Well, that didn't take long. One play, and we're already looking at a 1st and goal situation. Watson. It's wearing the tight end with it. They'll get this halfway home from the 8 to the 4 on a gain of 4. Nice job defensively to hold him to 4, and now it's 2nd and goal. Back now in Houston, it's the Texans in control of the football and leading this game as well as we start the 4th. On 2nd and goal, the lone man in the backfield is Hunt. Here's Watson. He's got it.
An ex-teammate used to tell me all the time, I hate experienced quarterbacks because no matter what, you really can't hide what you're doing. And I think that right there, he knew right away where the blitz was coming from, where his primary guy was going to be, and he ended up going to a secondary target for a nice game.
I was just going to ask you, that wasn't the primary target. He's so good at that, isn't he?
I think he knew right away that he wasn't going to get to his primary guy. I think he read that as soon as he got to the line of scrimmage, knew where the pressure was going to come from, and said, I know how to beat that. And that's what he did. But there was pressure all around him, so the only play was to try and get out of there. I think it was an excellent effort by him just to get back to the line of scrimmage.
They come out here in the eye. The offense is going to stay out there. We'll see what the play call is. They need to find the right one here on 4th and goal. Here we go on 4th. Watson dancing to his left. And this will be a touchdown. Deshaun Watson taking it in. And the Texans push further out in front.
The defense was almost too good on that play. They took away all of his targets. The one thing they forgot, to account for him as a runner. And he was able to tuck it and go for the end zone and get it done.
So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll wind up about 4 yards shy of where he would have been if he had taken a knee, as they'll start at the 21-yard line. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the ending, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
Hey, foxtrot, go.
On 1st and 10, Hawkins. Rush coming, and he's taken down. Tyus Bowser gets him for a loss of 5. He is so tough to handle on the blitz, and that's Exhibit A. Coming up now on a 2nd and 15 following that sack. 2nd and 15. And that's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact, no call, and it's 3rd down. Another incompletion. You know, it's a wonder he's still moving around back there the number of times he's been sacked.
Yeah, he's staying out there, isn't he? And you don't think about it much in a game like this, but he's showing incredible leadership. Still competing, still fighting, not taking himself out of a ball game that appears lost.
Going deep now, and that's caught inside the 30. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. A big gain of 38 there on 3rd down. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll be tackled at the 23 after a gain of 3.
What's the old expression, 3 yards in a cloud of dust? In this case, it's dust-covered pellets. It's no longer that old grass that we used to play on, right, and chew it up. Now, we've got that artificial surface. You see the pellets go up. Still a nice play by the defense.
Forced out to his left. He finds Taylor, complete. And they'll get this down to the 10.
On any given pass play, you never know exactly where your exit points are going to be. On this play, he was flushed to his left, still on the run, able to accurately throw the football for a nice 1st down.
And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. That sends him 2 yards in the wrong direction and leads to 2nd down. A rare misstep on that last play because the drive has been strong, but now it's 2nd and 12.
52.
From the gun, Hawkins. He'll be hit and taken down at the 21. Like a freight train there, Derek Nottie with a sack.
We've been around this league for a while, and many coaches never pull their starting quarterback, almost no matter the situation. In this case, though, I think he's got to make a decision. He's taking a pretty good beating out there.
Yeah, and with the deficit, maybe not wanting to risk an injury. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off down near the 5. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. They'll begin the drive with Hunt. And an alley to run. And able to get it across the 20 before they get to it. Give them 17 on the pickup there, and the Texans also get a new set of downs.
Do my eyes deceive me, or is he getting stronger as this game moves along?
Burst seems just as good here in the 4th as it was way back in the 1st, doesn't it?
I do believe someone put a lot of time in the offseason and continues to condition during the season in order to continue to carry the ball at this rate.
So it's Texans football as we welcome you back. And no doubt what they're looking to do is just salt away the final couple of minutes and escape with a win.
A loss of a yard brings up 2nd and 11 at the 22.
Ready. 60 outlaw. Double time. Double time. We got 5.
And they take a knee.
The quarterback on the keeper.
So time to start going in the other direction as they come up now 3rd and long.
Everyone got 4 down.
Clock counting down toward 40 seconds as they take the knee. The Texans send the punter out as he's on here to punt it away. This is taken at the 23.
Let's go. Let's do this.
So Houston going to come away here with the victory. And they were buoyed, Charles, by a big second half.